So the countdown is done. Yes, you heard me right. The countdown is done. Since in Uganda we have only been having one president since childhood. All our kids, all our what, only know one president, and this is His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And right now is not a president, because in Uganda right now we don't have a president. No, we don't have a president right now because it is also now a candidate. So in this moment, we have so many contestants who came out today to protest on this candidacy of presidency. Right now, it's more than 11 candidates, but one on one, head on head. It is between His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu and His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is gonna be our next president in Uganda. Let me tell you something. We are all waiting. Who is gonna be our next president and who is gonna do it? My fellow Ugandans, if you wake up and go and vote, please just go and vote. If you don't vote, please, that's not how. No matter how the outcome might be, you have to go and vote. Yes, because we are counting on your votes. I wish I was in my country because I had to go and vote. Do you know the president? To vote the president, have voted the president like it was years back when I was still at school. That is when I last voted for the president. You know, in Uganda, the presidential part, it takes, when we elect the president, it takes 5 years to do another elections. So if we go through these elections, it will take another 5 years to hold another elections, which means if someone wins this presidency, we will just have to wait another 5 years to know who our next president is. That is how important this is to us. So, my fellow Ugandans, you don't have to sit down and wait. No, please. Don't sit down and cross yourself in your rooms. No, please. You have to go and vote. You have to go and vote. Chiyamba fe. Muyimuke, mugende mulonde. It's for the better of us. Okay, so remember, in Uganda we have had so many presidents. Yes, because in Uganda we were colonized by Britain. Yes, that's why most of the Ugandans speak a fluent English, except me. Yes, they speak great English, good English. It's one of the most African countries with the great English. But in Uganda, we are a country without even a sea. Like in Uganda, we have so many challenges, but that does not mean we are backwards. No, at least we have had what we had. But most people think it is not enough. Others think it is enough. However, where everybody has their own side and they have what they support. So in Uganda, it is a big country. So we are filled with 54 tribes. So in Uganda, we have so many tribes around us. For example, we have Baganda. Those are the people in the central. We have Basoga. We have Bagisu. We have, when you go to northern Uganda, you can meet the Itesos, the Langos. They are very good people. When you go to the west, you can meet the Banyankoles, the Bachigas. So when you go to the south, in Uganda, we have so many tribes for real. So if you find me, I'm from Uganda, it doesn't mean I speak the same language with another person who comes from Uganda. You know, people think that in Uganda, since we come from Uganda, we all speak the same language. It's a big no. It's a big no. Did you know that I can find a Ugandan, my fellow Ugandan, when that person speaks, I don't get what they are saying? Yes. And when we are from the same country, yes, because in Uganda we speak so many different languages. Yes. But for example, me, I'm a Muganda. So we come from the central. So in the central, this is where most of the people, not most, but some of the people come, the tribes come together. That's why in Central we normally use Luganda. That's my motherland, so we use it. And in Uganda, it's like a local language because you can find all the people in Uganda, not all, but most of them know Luganda. And another language that binds us with other tribes when we don't speak the same language is English. English. That's why English is taught in Uganda from childhood. In Uganda, you can't find a small kid without knowing English. All the small kids in Uganda know English because in Uganda, the academic studies in my country, they make sure on the curriculum they put English as a basic language. Yes, that's the basic language we study from. So that's why most of the people in Uganda, they know English. It is simple because it is part of our curriculum. Since childhood, you study English. That's it. So Uganda is filled with so many adventures. If you have never visited Uganda, I would like to tell you we have so many beautiful adventures in Uganda. We have mountains, we have hills, we have so many more. Like if you were to visit Uganda, we have so many beautiful foods. Like if you taste this food, you'll definitely ask for more. And foods are like matoke, yams, and so what and so forth. But that's not the topic. That topic. So I was just telling you a little bit of Uganda. If you have never visited Uganda, please you are welcome. After the elections, this is so important. You don't have to come when the elections are still going on. So we are still in the elections. So though I'm not in Uganda, but it's my everything, it's my motherland, it's my country. I have to support my country 100%. But the bad thing about it is we are going to have president. Who is going to be our next president? We are curious like you guys. We don't know who's gonna be our next president because head on two, how do they call it, one on one, it is between President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Who is gonna be our next Uganda? Are we gonna remain in the old Uganda that we are used to? By this I mean, are we going to see the same president we have been seeing since childhood? All this time around, it is going to change, and we have a new president. We are all waiting. We don't know what's going to happen. But the only thing about it is that for us as Ugandans, we have to wake up and go and vote. Because if we don't vote, we will not get the results we want. So if you support someone and you don't go and vote that person, you won't get the results you want for your candidate. As a must, you have to go and vote. Yes. And some people say you are protecting the grains. Some are protecting the grains, some are. So whatever way it may be, however side you might be on, either FDC, either NOP, either NRM, whatever, either DP, either Ojema, either what, all of us, we are Ugandans. Yes, we don't have to separate ourselves because of politics. Politics is a data game. And by this I mean like this, that if we are all Ugandans, if someone supports a party that you don't support, it doesn't mean you have to discriminate that person. That's not the way to go. Every Ugandan has a right to support what they want, and they have a right to support what they feel like is good for their internal health. So it's okay if someone supports NRM, and it's okay if someone supports NOP. It's as well okay if someone supports FDC. The only thing that matters is the ballot paper. Yes. Just go support the person you want. Simple. And don't hate your fellows because someone has voted another person because you don't like that person. That's not good. We are all Ugandans. That is discrimination. Yes, if someone wants another person, let them be. Because for them, they feel that is the person who has the potential to lead our country. And if another person supports another person, it is also still okay because that's what they think, that is the candidate that is worth becoming our president in Uganda. So this is the best for us. The only thing we can wish for is to have better and good elections. Elections without fraud, elections without theft. Because other people, they deserve to be presidents because they deserve it. They have the accuracy to be one. Every person is worth being worth. So we only have to accept and pray for my country to have the best elections because we are all eager and willing to have so. As Ugandans, I argue you cousins, I argue you my fellow Ugandans, please and please don't discriminate because of elections, because elections are going to end and we are going to remain there. So if you don't like your neighbor because your neighbor supports another party, that's not worth it because at the end of the day, After the elections, your neighbor is going to say to stay still. Your neighbor, is not going to vacate. Your neighbor is not going to vanish if your president you support wins. Your neighbor is going to remain there in the same place as you. So are you not going to be talking to your neighbor because your neighbor supported another person? Huh? No, we have to stop that cruelty. No, you have to accept if a person loves another person, it's okay. And if a person supports another person, it is as well okay. You don't need to bring all the crucial traumas of you and put it on other people. Let's respect people. Yes, and let's respect people's choices. People don't have to love what you want. And people don't have to accept what you want. Everybody has a choice and everybody has a choice to make. So let's prioritize only our choices and don't enforce them to other people. Simple. So we all support what's happening and we all have our candidates. So let that person have that candidate in peace. Don't force people, don't beat people because it's not crucial. Why would you beat people in any circumstances because they don't support the person you support? Is it worth it? What if you break that person? What if you kill that person while fighting? That is a criminal case. Fighting is not worth it. You might kill someone because someone does not support the person you want. We are adults here because there is no person who votes under 18 years. Uganda has a policy that a person to vote, that person must be 18 years and above. So why would you act childish? Why would you act childish? You have to be mature enough. So someone told me that, Jude, my neighbor does not come to my house because we support different parties, and even tells the children not to come to my house because we support different parties. Because cousins, you need to grow up. If you support another party and another person supports another party, it is okay. Let the children enjoy the life they are meant to be. You don't have to push it. If your husband supports another party and another person's husband supports another party, it is still as well okay. We need to learn. We need to mature and we need to learn. Okay, so it's so important and crucial because we are going to have elections in my country. Who is going to be our next president? That is the question we are all asking ourselves. Is it going to be His Excellency Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, or is it gonna be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni? I'm talking about those two because we have so many in this race, but those two are the ones head on head. So we only need to pray for my country, yes, because for God and my country, I just love my country and I pray we all come out in this alive and we come out all this with what we want to be. We can be our country's everything and we can make what we want from our country. And it only takes us. Yes, you have the power to take what it takes to be in the country, and you have the power to dictate what you want. With what? With voting. Your vote means a lot. If you sit down and don't go and vote, it means nothing. But if you wake up and stand up and go and vote, it is everything. We have to vote. As a must, we have to vote. Even if the internet is off, because they say the internet, they are going to cut it off in Uganda, it is still as well okay. The only issue you have to do is go and vote. It's enough. Just go and vote. At least we shall see what comes next. Only God knows what is the next future of Uganda is. Because God knows everything. God knows what our next president is, but we don't know. Yeah? And right now, we just need to wait. So I wish my country the best elections. I wish my motherland the best elections. I wish my country the best candidate to win. I wish my country to have a fair elections. I wish my country to have a fair elections because rumors have been rotating around that in Uganda we have not been having fair elections. But I just wish this time around we have fair elections. Elections where everybody is accepted to what they did. And elections where everybody has voted. Okay? Your vote counts. Your vote matters. It only takes you. You have to wake up and go and vote. Cousins, thank you for watching. Let's go and vote. Okay? Yes. Nobody is coming to you rescue. It's only you. Let's go and vote, my fellow Ugandans. Please.